Hey metalheads, welcome to a battle of the bands. That's amazing because it involves two bands.
Two bands, two princesses.
Two princesses.
We're going to have Saxon, Princess of the Night from 1981 versus Accept, Princess of the Dawn, 1982.
Woohoo!
1 year apart, princess battle.
This is digging into the history of metal,
Yeah.
80s, early 80s. This is probably one of the earliest battles we've ever featured
Really
on
interesting.
this channel.
I don't know if these two songs are connected. It seems, I mean, just by the title, it seems like they would be. I don't know, maybe you guys know. But
Saxon first because it's 81.
Saxon first because it's 81, and according to the watermark in the video, it was aired on VH1 Classic, or at least it seemed to get some mainstream television coverage, which was kind of crucial and rare for a heavy metal band. Of course, well, we'll hear it. The song is probably more in the rock than the metal, but they stripped in the video. They took out the solo.
Oh.
So we're gonna hear the full version, of course.
You added in.
I added in something.
Thank
I don't
you.
remember what it was, but let's watch that video. Saxon from England,
Princess
81.
of the Night.
And it comes off their album Denim and Leather.
How cool is that
So
name?
classic. So classic.
Saxon, a premiere.
Premiere.
She used to be an iron horse 20 years ago. Used to bring the mail to me through the ice and snow. I've sat alone and watched her steaming through the night. 90 tons of thunder lighting up the sky. She was the princess of the night. We saw the writing on the wall. She was the princess of the night. I take a ride across the sky. Speeding smokestack lightning
eat that guitar.
Eat that. Eat that. I
Eat it.
loved it.
Eat it.
Denim and leather. Woo-hoo. I mean, this is the good old stuff.
It's good old stuff, but you can kind of see what they took out there, which, okay, they kept that, the later, guitar part in, but I thought the middle part they took out was pretty awesome.
I love the guitar part.
Yeah.
I think this is
but
what
from
it
the
makes
music
it.
video.
Yeah, I even forgot about thinking of it. I think it was so nice.
Yeah.
81.
81. So you got to put it in context. However, it's,
I love it already. And I'm a big fan of Accept, but I don't remember this song actually. 82.
One of the best. One of the best.
Well, I'm bracing myself
my favorites.
for a
And
great battle.
I would say you got to put Saxon in context, but Accept was 1 year after. So we're going to see some live footage. Comes off Restless and Wild, probably one of their better albums. Even though they have so many, Accept. From 82. And we're going to hear, although they have a new singer now, I got to check his name. And we saw this guy live, Mark Tornillo. Wow. What a scream this guy has. He's an animal.
I love
He just
him.
takes his
Actually,
shirt off
yeah.
and just rips the mic.
But at the time,
It was Udo Dirkschneider, which is probably one of the coolest names I've ever heard in my life.
and the coolest name is Metal, really.
Yeah. So let's
Who recently released a song under his own name just in 2021.
yeah, I think I saw that floating around on YouTube. But let's go from the Princess of the Night to the Princess of the Dawn, which maybe some of you guys who follow Saxon better, or maybe you caught it. It sounded like from the first couple lyrics that it's the mail woman. She brings the mail.
I never paid attention to the lyrics.
I don't know
I
who
have
the
to. I
princess
have to
was.
say it. It's an excuse, but it's also the truth.
All right.
I'm like, hey, the chorus. I recognize a couple of words.
Well, this one you can't ignore the lyrics because they're so clear. Princess of the Dawn. It's a little bit longer, but banger of a song.
Banger with a princess on.
Yeah,
Sounds like
let's
a
hear it.
good name.
There's rain on the mountain. I watch lost on the moors. It's an epoch of eternity. Waters touch a holy shore. It's a land of mystery. A world of unseen eyes. You can feel the shadow of her princess. She waits for you inside. The guardians of good play the pawn. Beg for mercy, hail the queen. Princess of the dawn. In the war of the dragons, young blood ran its course. They fell to his blade. The night iron horse, a forgotten priest, disappearing in the haze. A chamber of festal virgins, twilight is her slave. The wizard of hearts, moon upon, life forsaken dust to dust. Princess of the dawn.
Prince of the Dawn versus Prince of the Night.
Yeah, so couple
It's a tough
things.
choice,
Couple,
huh?
It's not a tough choice at all for me. Definitely accept.
Why?
In a sense, it's
Give
not
us
even
why.
it's not even a fair battle. It's just when have you heard something like that? It's one of the most unique songs, incredible build up, stellar. I heard it first live, and it was just like, this is an amazing song.
Even though it's a kind of a ballady song?
I wouldn't say it's a ballad, but it's
What's a mid-tempo?
It's an amazing song. One thing though, and okay, first of all, the footage I forgot to mention was from I think '85 in Osaka. So obviously you saw
The Japanese.
But one thing I never understood with this song, maybe some of y'all can tell me, because I don't think it relates to its position in the album as such, but it just ends. Like
Yeah.
I
did notice that.
I faded it out a little bit to make it smoother, but it really does just end. I remember like I pirated this song after that concert I went to, and I was listening to it. I was like, I must have downloaded the wrong version because it always like cuts off. But like I don't know. Maybe in the album I don't know. I don't get it. But anyways, I mean, compared, that's the thing. I would normally say, okay, well, the Saxon was like an early metal, and then the Accept came later, so we got to put that in context. These are contemporaries. Accept is so much more heavy metal in my opinion.
It's more heavy metal. I do have to say though that the Saxon being a shorter song and with a concentrated rhythm gives a little bit more speed. Both of them, in my opinion, kind of dragged on.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it with Accept.
I am not entirely sure, even though, again, big fan of Accept. Normally,
Going with Saxon?
I'm not sure that I'm going with any of them. In an ideal,
Here we are again, Alvin York.
in an ideal world, I will not choose any of these princesses. Okay, I don't like any of them like amazingly much. Yes, you may kill me in the comments. However, between these two, because of the prominence of the guitars, I'm gonna go with the Accept because of that, again, specific reason. Because Saxon was maybe too short and the guitars did not have enough room. Had the guitars been given more place, I like more the guitar solo in the Saxon version than in the Accept
That's
version.
true. That's true.
But because of the like super short intermezzo basically they played, I cannot warrant them enough of a medal. So I'm going with Accept. It's a tight battle in that sense, but almost I would feel like it's a thumbs down for me from both princesses.
Jeez, I love the Accept song. It's one of my favorites.
Really? I'm sorry to let you down.
Because but it's also like I was just answering one of the commenters from the Manila Road video. Who's like, he chose my favorite song and the least favorite, and his least favorite was Riddle Master, which is similar, very slow build up.
Yeah,
I like that.
It actually, now that you mention, it's the same tempo and the same kind of
I like these
composition.
long, drawn out songs. I mean, not all the time, but I think Accept nails it. And I would put this in the context of Metal Heart, which I want to say is from '84 off the top of my head. I haven't checked that. But what I would argue in this particular battle, particularly with the videos, and I imagine, and I don't know, so if you guys know more about Saxon, I don't know much about them. But this seems, obviously with the music video, that was a single. I don't think Princess of the Dawn from Accept was a single, but I do know when they launched Metal Heart, it was slammed by critics, but it was loved by fans.
Because?
I mean, for the same reason, if you take a song like Metal Heart, which is like, I think one of like the most epic songs out there, I think most fans of Accept would agree, the critics slammed that album. They hated it. And so what I would argue is that the Saxon version played more to the mainstream, obviously, if you're playing guitar with the Western.
Hey.
Even though that's what I would probably wear.
Don't say that. It's about costume.
And the stash, yeah, but I feel like it was more of a commercial play, or I feel like Accept is more like authentic, and they rode Restless and Wild with an underground bass into Metal Heart that critics hate, fans loved, and they persevered, and now Accept is where they are. So authenticity for Accept.
I give you this, of course. Unfortunately for me, I will say an opinion. I may be killed for it, but I don't like any of these songs, particularly if pushed for choice, I'll go for the Accept. Actually, a lot of metal bands don't really make good songs about princesses or queens or anything. My favorite ever,
Visigoth.
of course, is the Warrior Queen.
Warrior Queen.
To die. If you ever, guys, in my opinion, if you ever want to listen to a really awesome song about queen or princesses, Visigoth is your go-to. But this is not about them. This is about princesses, and I will go with Acceptance.
Fair enough. All right, so you've got the feminine trump card. Can't compete with that. For dudes, I prefer my princesses in the AM, so I'm going with the Dawn. Let us know what you think. Defend your honor if you enjoy Saxon more, but let us know in the comments what you think.
And in the meantime,
may your swords stay sharp.
And your quest end in glory.